Addiction Recovery Centre is launching their Alcohol Awareness Month. And to find out more, we're joined by Brad Webster, who's addiction counsellor at ARC. Brad, good morning. Welcome to East Rand Stereo.
Good morning there. How are you doing?
Doing very well, Brad. Thank you for making time to join us and enlighten our listeners about your alcohol awareness campaign. Briefly tell us what it's all about.
What it's basically about, Angeline, is that we're trying to create awareness regarding alcohol. Because it is more socially acceptable, people think that that it's okay to use.
Yeah.
We also do view alcohol as a drug. And what we find is that a lot of people suffer without the knowledge that they are actually alcoholic. And because it's most, like I said earlier, it's very socially acceptable, this creates quite a high risk,
Yes.
For the communities and for families and for the individual. And what we've also experienced is that there's a huge influx of children nowadays under the age of 13 that are drinking very heavily, So we're trying to focus the spotlight on this problem.
That's scary, Brad, and I think you've kind of answered my next question, which is why have you decided to initiate such a campaign? But it's quite alarming to the fact that you mentioned now that the age of children drinking is ridiculous. I can't imagine that the children, and you mentioned heavily. How have you discovered this trend, Brad?
What we base our evidence on what we deal with as a treatment facility. With our campaign that we're running, we do get a lot of inquiries as to how we can help family members. And the family members are coming to our facility with the type of problems that their 13-year-old or their 12-year-old has started drinking, and it seems okay because it's on a weekend basis.
Oh my word!
And often, more than not, it leads to other drugs. So they eventually start experimenting with drugs like cat or marijuana or cocaine. So the risk is absolutely huge. And
Yes.
Alcohol is a silent patient killer. And nowadays, if you're watching your TV, how many times do you or adverts will you see alcohol being advertised? And they paint this picture that if you're drinking a certain vodka or a certain brandy, you're going to live in Paris, or you're going to be riding on nice yachts, and life is a breeze. And that's not the message that should be conveyed to the community.
Indeed. And Brad, what type of support does Addiction Recovery Centre offer?
Well, what we offer is, first we like to start off with an intervention process whereby we like to meet the individual who is suffering, or with the family members that are suffering from this. And we just like to motivate the person to come into treatment. We do offer inpatient treatment with a medical detox, which will be monitored by our nursing staff. We have various programs, a 28-day inpatient program, an 8-week inpatient program, and also a 3-month inpatient program. So we do have various options that we like to offer to the community, and we also have an outpatient program that once the person has completed an inpatient process, they can further their support by entering into our outpatient program.
Fantastic. Now, Brad, where can people get more information with regards to Addiction Recovery Centre? And just finally, what are your words of encouragement to someone who suffers from alcoholism?
Great. Firstly, our contact information, if you go onto our website, which is www.addictionrecoverycentre.co.za.
One word?
Yes, one word, all lowercase. And our helpline, our 24-hour helpline is 011 425 0265.
Fantastic.
And words of encouragement, if anybody is listening to this right now, there is no need to suffer in silence. This is a disease that affects many, many people, and it's not a moral dilemma. And they must always remember that if they suffer in silence, they'll ultimately die from this disease. So reach out, and there is always hope for somebody to recover from this disease.
Well, fantastic. Brad Webster, addiction counsellor at Addiction Recovery Centre. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thanks, Brad.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.